Hello and welcome to this case study on FlyerTalk.com, tapping into online customer opinions to fulfill a case presentation project for SCOM 5473 in the summer of 2018. This case presentation is brought to you by Dustin Sullivan and Coggins. Hello, my name is Dustin Sullivan. I will walk you through the first part of this case study, and then Harold will take over for the second half. Founded in 1986, Frequent Flyer Services, also known as FlyerTalk.com, has created a unique niche for itself within the travel industry as a company that conceives, develops, and markets products and services exclusively for frequent travelers. Its focus and distinctive competency lie in the area of frequent traveler programs. Worldwide, these frequent flyer traveler programs in the airline, hotel, car rental, and credit card industry. FlyerTalk features discussions and chat boards that cover the most up-to-date traveler information. An interactive community dedicated to your favorite topic, travel. The FlyerTalk forums are open for business 24/7 and are used for vacation travelers to those who keep up with their mileage. They're all welcomed in the community. FlyerTalk prides himself in saying just choose a forum and you can get to the business at hand, conversing about programs and how to make the most of your miles and points, general travel, airports, destinations, and dining information. This was the first time that I ever had a chance to look at FlyerTalk, and as somebody who is a frequent traveler in my line of work, it was interesting to see how many people actually use this website, and specifically the forums that they use to talk with other travelers that travel for business or for pleasure. I found it rather interesting how many forums, and taking a look at that. FlyerTalk.com's membership as of Sunday, June 10th, 2018 was at 716,107 users. There are a total of 1,644,871 total forum threads, and within these threads there are a total of 29,314,561 posts. Pretty impressive comparing to other airline and travel websites out there. This one is by far the one that has the most conversation that people can have between each other when it comes to talking about the airline industry, the hotel industry, and just the travel industry in general. So FlyerTalk noticed they had a problem, and their problem stated, with such features as message boards and discussions ranging in topics regarding airline and hotel loyalty programs, and seeing that millions of users are expressing their opinions online, FlyerTalk wanted to tap into the explosion of customer opinions expressed online. FlyerTalk.com knew that the feedback that the current and potential customers provided on their website provides a rich source of feedback, and was looking for ways to mine it, looking for ways to take advantage of what they were seeing, and not only share that with all the industries that they partner with, but also how to improve their industry as a whole and make their website more friendly towards their users. So looking at what the best analytics company was available for them, everything had stated that Anderson Analytics is what they went with. But what I found throughout my research was that Anderson Analytics had changed to a company called OddEndText. In 2011, Anderson Analytics began development on a new unique approach to text analytics that is superior to the traditional approaches that focus on sentence-level understanding. So in 2015, OddEndText Incorporated was formed, and the software is now being used across a wide variety of industries, firms, and data sets. OddEndText is often used by market researchers to understand what different segments of customers are talking about, as well as how this is changing over time. According to OddEndText's website and the diagram that you see that I've taken from their website, OddEndText makes it easy to understand what is driving various outcomes by allowing you to understand what in your text is driving other target data, such as customer satisfaction, up or down, and by how much. OddEndText can also identify and track not just sentiment, but emotions. That's pretty important because that, sometimes text can be misconstrued and you really can't tell what somebody is saying within their text and what their emotions are, but the audio and text analysis group can figure that out. Depending on the data, various psychological attributes such as anger, fear, trust, etc. can be used to better understand customer concerns. So now for the rest of this presentation, I will turn it over to Mr. Harold Coggins. Harold, it's all yours.
Thanks, Dustin. As he told you, my name is Harold Coggins. Like Dustin, this case presentation was the first time I had looked at FlyerTalk.com, or really even known what it was. Unlike Dustin, however, I am not a frequent traveler, at least by air. As editor of a small weekly newspaper in southeast Arkansas, I mainly stay around and concentrate on my one-county area, and if I do have to travel, it's generally by car, not airplane. Nevertheless, I think all of us can benefit from knowing about entities such as FlyerTalk.com. As Dustin pointed out, the company was looking for ways to mine the feedback current and potential customers provided on their website. I'm going to examine the details of the project, the results of the project, and the conclusion drawn by researchers at Anderson Analytics, now Odd-in-Text. As a rule, any text analytics project is usually part of a much larger data mining idea that would typically involve identification of some core strategic questions, the allocation of resources, and the eventual implementation of findings. In the FlyerTalk.com case, Anderson Analytics employed a three-step process in its analysis. Those basic steps that can be found in any text analytics project are: number one, data mining and preparation. Number two, text coding and categorization. And number three, text mining and visualization. Breaking each step down, we'll talk about how Anderson Analytics assisted FlyerTalk.com with its wishes. In any analytical study, having quality data in the proper format is generally more than half the battle. Gaining access to a well-maintained database simplifies this process. For researchers that work with public forums like FlyerTalk.com, however, data collection generally involves web scraping. Web scraping, also called screen scraping, is a technique used to extract data from websites that display output generated from another program. Even with the availability of powerful web scraping techniques, text mining a popular message board like FlyerTalk, the one at FlyerTalk.com, presents unique challenges. The amount of free text available to sites like this usually prohibits indiscriminate approaches to data mining. A strategy with clear objectives and well-defined data extraction methods are needed in order to increase the reliability of the data analysis in later research stages. In the FlyerTalk.com case, researchers at Anderson Analytics narrowed the scope of their research to just discussion topics within a 12-month period, and that was from August 2005 to August 2006, on the 5 major forums intended for discussing loyalty programs at Starwood, Hilton, Marriott, Intercontinental, and Hyatt hotels. Web scraping parameters differ depending on the structure of the target sites. In a discussion board format, the text data tend to follow a simple hierarchy: a list of forum topics and numerous posts on each topic. Thus, the web scraping process of FlyerTalk.com initially retrieved data like discussion topics, topic identification, and topic start date. Then, by using the topic ID, the application constructed and submitted query strings to the FlyerTalk.com site to retrieve messages associated with specific topics. Good web scraping tools allow the capture of information existing in the source data of an HTML page, not just the displayed text. Hidden information such as the topic ID, date stamp, and so forth becomes available to researchers at that point. Another problem is that posters often quote other posts in their own post. These quotes should be extracted from the message field and placed in a separate field, so double counting and weighting certain posts can be prevented. In addition to the forum's text messages, the scraping process should also capture the poster's ID and handle, as well as any other information such as join date and registration information. In FlyerTalk.com's case, that included location, frequent traveler program affiliation, and things like that. Text coding and categorization is the process of assigning each text data record a numeric value that can be used for later statistical analysis. Text coding, usually an iterative process, can apply to either dichotomous codes, which are flags and many variables, or categorical codes, which use one variable for an entire data set. Short answers to open-ended survey questions typically use categorical codes. The amount of text including in most discussion board posts typically require dichotomous codes. The repetitive nature of posts of sites like FlyerTalk.com tend to be less focused compared to survey answers. The text data on most discussion boards tend to be user-driven rather than provider-driven. Before creating categories in the FlyerTalk.com case, researchers at Anderson Analytics had to first randomly sample text messages to help them have a basic understanding of the data because of this. This step is required to understand the types of acronyms, shorthand, and terminologies used in the forum. SPSS text analysis for surveys and text mining for Clementine are powerful tools. Text coding results can greatly be improved in the programs that can be trained to understand text information particular to that industry. Researchers at Anderson Analytics, armed with a list of industry-specific themes, concepts, and words, use tools to create a custom dictionary for FlyerTalk.com. In this case, examples of some of the basic concepts detected by software included the words rates, stay, breakfast, points, and free offers. The text extraction and categorization process were repeated with minor modifications each time to fine-tune the results. Now researchers were ready to actually mine the text. Depending on the needs of any given project, coded text data can be interpreted in many different ways. The FlyerTalk.com data that indicated negative discussion among posters centered on the payment process, the condition and the quality of bathrooms, furniture, and the check-in and out process. The positive discussion seemed to be on things like the spa facilities, complimentary breakfast, points, and promotions. Focusing on 2 of the 5 hotel chains studied, patterns within different hotel brands showed posters were more pleased with the beds at Starwood, but more pleased with the food and health club facilities at Hilton. Because this study contained data from a 1-year period, researchers could analyze that data to understand how topics were being discussed on a month-to-month basis. This particular case revealed the discussion of promotions on the Starwood board was particularly frequent in February of 2006. Cross-checking with hotel management, it was confirmed that special promotions were launched during that time period. Though it was difficult to put single posters into groups, web mining helped in the understanding of the aggregate motivation of some of the most active FlyerTalk.com posters. In this case, general motivational themes found were the need to be in the know, finding deals, and the desire to give back. This case described how text analytics was applied to information posted by users of travel and hospitality sites or services, but the same techniques can be used for other industries. Companies have found that they can compete more effectively if they gain a true view of their customers. Using text analytics to monitor information helps companies find out customer reaction to their products and services, and when combined with the analysis of structured transactional data, delivers predictive insights into customer behavior. Companies that improve their ability to navigate text and text mine the boards and blogs relevant to them are more likely to gain a considerable information advantage over their competitors. For Dustin and myself, thanks for listening. We hope you gleaned something about tapping into online customer opinions. Thank you.